everything because this is a chaotic, hot. Can you see yourself? You have to be in the. You have to be in the shot if you're not in the. There you are. Hello, well, everybody. Hello and welcome. I'm just going to stay off to the side and let these handsome, gorgeous people. It's already chaotic, and we barely begun. How are you? I'm very white. What happened to me? What's gone on there? We did test this earlier. I'm just going to move. Even if I move away, look. No, I'm still very white.
And I'm still pink. Excellent.
We can try the other camera. Hey, everybody in chat. How's it going? Let's try the other. Let's try the other one. We got this one too. Oh no, I'm just white on that one as well, which is amazing. Fantastic. We love this. This is. Hey everybody in chat, hey Spoon of Doom, how you doing? What up Dave? Alright, Amber, Tazzy, yeah that's no Dave from my stream because I used to be like Dave. Alright Dave, hello, Tazzy wants to touch the spikes. Echo everywhere, yeah I'm sure it's because we've got two mics on, maybe we don't need it. Hello, okay so if you don't know,
What? Are we
oh no, well, wait.
What, on camera? Really? Are we on camera?
Posting that we're live. Are you shutting me up through the...
Wait. Let me get this to fit this way, that's a bit better.
Julia, are we on camera?
Yes, you are on camera. Hello everybody. How you doing? Is there a big echo? Okay, maybe there's two, is there two mics on the go? What's happening? No, there should not be an echo. For some reason, I don't know. Ah, that's better. Yeah, it was the other one. Okay. All right, Sketch, how's it going? So, I guess I should introduce. I can't believe how white I am. Look at me. This is outrageous. I want to come over here, away from the white. Okay, I'm just going to sit on the side for the very first introduction, which is if you don't know these guys, this is the premier voice talent in the UK right now. Oh, so this is my mum's recipe for cornflake cakes. They are made with golden syrup, icing sugar, butter, and cocoa powder. Eat them, they are basically crack. Yeah, do it. Okay, we'll start over here with Ben Starr. Come in. Hello. So, Ben, you might remember you might have seen in the second part of you playing a sexy philanderer.
Yes.
Yes. Shai's like, yeah. But also is going to be the lead Clive in Final Fantasy 16. Woo! How excited are you for that? It's going to be a lot of clapping of ourselves. Here we are, all of the voices. Then, BAFTA-nominated actress, Charlotte McBurney. Hello. Who, if you don't know, plays Amicia in Plague Tale, who's up for a BAFTA this year, which is amazing. I'm going to get her very tipsy, yes. Then we have Anthony Howell, who is in every game ever. What game aren't you in?
Oh, there's a few.
It's NDA'd.
Anthony has played. What's your fanciest one? Is it Jonathan Reed? Would you say is the one what's the one you brag most about, or you say first?
I mean, I guess Elden Ring has been
Elden
a big
Ring
game this year, so that's current. So Margit in Elden Ring.
Margit and Elden Ring. Yeah.
No. Small game.
No, never heard of it.
People have died.
Never heard it. I want to see if I can actually bring this like a bit towards you.
Sure.
A little bit here, because then.
Should we move the table?
Here we go.
Oh, but the snacks.
So we can.
The snacks.
Snacks.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go. Sorry, we're just getting a little on live tech setup.
Did you show everyone
come
how
back.
cool that is?
Unplug and reboot. Or is that risky?
Yeah.
That might be risky. Hold on, wait. Let's not do that. No, but it goes.
She'll be back in a moment,
Oh
folks.
God, we've got.
This is so complicated.
Every time.
We'll leave it to Ben. Ben's going to sort it out. All right. And then we have Mr. David Menkin.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Who, Dag in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And also Luke Skywalker in the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't trust anyone with that.
I'm Breach in Valorant.
Breach and Valorant. Here, I'm going to try turning this on so you can hear them a little bit better. Here we go.
Hi.
Okay, tell me if this is too echoey, but I want you to be able to hear them.
Can you hear me okay, folks? Can you?
Is that okay?
Sure, I'm gonna say something. Yeah, so I'm Breach in Valorant. I'm Barnabas in Final Fantasy 16 coming out. Yeah. And Malos in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. There you go.
Oh yeah, Zeno. We've got some Zeno,
Zeno.
here as well. Zeno.
Yeah.
Tell us about your Zenoing.
My name is Shai.
Hi,
I just looked at the mic like it's a camera. Wait, there you go. My name is Shai. I've done this before. I am in Xenoblade 3. Chronicles 3. I play Kamaravi. I play Slyvando in DragonQuest 11.
Does.
And a few other characters and other things.
It echoed.
Oh, echoed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, chat, can you tell me, if I just kind of shove the mic out a bit like this, can you sort of hear them when they're talking? Talk.
Words.
Words.
Can you hear us if we talk like this?
Yeah.
Chat?
He's projecting his voice.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Sound is
Yeah,
okay.
come on, don't they teach that in acting class?
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know what that was.
That's
Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yes.
Echo the Dolphin. That's a throwback.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
old enough to know what that was.
Is it still echoing?
I'm old enough that I can't see what.
We turned it off. We turned off the other mic, though. Is it still echoing? Yes, we can.
Yeah, they can hear us. Okay, good. Good.
You're quieter than you, Julia. Oh, right, that's why. I'm just being allowed. So, before we kind of get into like playing some games and doing some stuff, okay, wait.
There you go.
Wait. Here we go. I also want to, let me just put this down for a minute. I'm just going to be really white while I talk about this. So they're doing a massive giveaway with HyperX. So we're here with HyperX today because it's loot drop. During the stream, guys, if you use the code Julia hyphen loot, you get 40% off all of HyperX apart from the monitors, which is outrageous.
Yeah.
It's an outrageous thing. We're also going to be doing a massive giveaway. I need to do this properly because it's a competition. Okay, so you can basically, because we're here from like the W Hotel, which is the gaming suite that I set up. Some of you might know it from my socials. It's ludicrous. You can probably see a picture of it that we just posted to Twitter and from any of these guys as well. The CyberPower PC is the same size as the desk. It has a Samsung Odyssey Arc, you know, those like outrageously huge monitors here. And it's part of like one of the suites that basically looks out over Leicester Square. Super bougie. We love it. You can win a night stay here with breakfast plus a load of HyperX prizes if you do this. Now get your pen and paper out. Okay. I want to get it right. It's a competition. It's like a weirdly legal thing. Okay. So you basically have to go to W London, so that's at W London, and basically make sure you're following at W London and HyperX UK. This is all on Insta. Tag the person that you'd like to bring, and then make sure you're both following each account, and then share this post to your story. And and then you could win an amazing night stay here. This is super bougie. You can't even see it. There's like a whole. Okay. We haven't put the picture up yet. We did all get in the bath. The bath is very big. We were fully clothed. The tap might have accidentally gone on. Charlie might be a little soggy. Soggy. It's the W word. Little soggy.
It's the W Hotel. It's what happens.
Whoa.
It stays here.
It's a work for Wendy. Sorry, that's a really weird
I am curious about the beautiful view because I feel like you don't need it when you've got this.
Yeah, you don't need to really look out the window
Who's looking
particularly.
out? It's great.
It's
We
beautiful.
saw London.
You can see the M&M World Lego store right now. in your
Whereabouts
window.
of London.
Definitely. How's everyone doing in chat? Anyway, so go do that. Try and win. And honestly, I built this whole thing with love and care of just being really obsessed with what was the most expensive things I can put in a suite. So that's why you could win it. It'll be really great, and everyone here at W is super lovely. So yeah, the suite is actually going to be here. You can actually rent it, obviously because it's a hotel. It's going to be going on until July, apparently. But yeah, so if you want to have like a fun night out in London, this is the place to go. Anyway, we're going to be doing loads of kind of games and prizes as we go on, but I just wanted to get that bit out of the way because it's super cool. And then I wanted to ask you guys, let me just angle this mic a little bit more towards you. Here we are. Don't know if that's going to work. Chat, tell me if you can't hear them properly. All right, so we were actually talking a little bit about when we were saying like what's been like your best games you've done. What's the silliest character that you played? And I'm not talking about various voices, cyberpunk. Start with you, Shai.
Oh wow, I think Sylvando's probably definitely the silliest character.
Yeah.
but also the kindest and most lovely. So it's kind of a contradiction. I also played a character called Zero Cool in another game, and that was very silly, like just jokes and dad jokes, which is my normal state of being.
It is.
Yes. So that was really fun. So
Yeah.
I'd say one of those two.
Yeah.
But Slyvando had more fun.
Yeah. Ben, what about you? Wait, is this your first one though?
It's not my first game, no. But
This is not his
it's
first
not my
rodeo.
first game.
Not his first
Hello.
rodeo.
Or rodeo.
It's not my
Where are you
first.
going?
It's not my
Hot
first. Hello, everyone.
It's not weird that you're crouching
weird.
at
Hello.
all.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's not my first game, but it's my first game of this size. I've kind of played lots of silly characters.
I mean, you kind of smashed it. Boom, lead.
I just thought I'd get straight into my favourite franchise of all time and just play the lead. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
really nice and
Yeah.
bring
Yeah,
it
it's
back.
fair
One
enough.
way of doing it.
It is. And also, for as long as I've known Ben, when he's been doing like telly, he just always wanted to do Teletubbies. Always wanted to do games.
I love, yeah.
And then I was like, what's he been doing for ages? Because he was being really weird about like not telling me what he was doing. And I was like, is he actually doing anything? But then you couldn't tell me because it's
No.
all NDA'd.
Yeah, and now I have told you, so I can talk about it. But the silliest game, I did one called Ark Knights, which is super
They're just
popular.
finding this out about each other.
Ark Knights, I love it because there are hundreds of characters in Ark Knight, right?
Yeah.
And there's this huge kind of like eclectic group of characters, and I play an operative called Sharp, who's basically Solid Snake. And I absolutely loved it. It was, and you have to call the player character Doctor the whole time.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Doctor.
Sounds better when you do it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I loved it. It was really silly. So that's my favourite silly character I played. Thank you.
Oh, look at him go. Someone's asking what's next. Okay, so we just get this out of the way. These are all my favourite snacks. So we've got
Sweets
obviously
in the sweet.
Laces, Lint, salted caramel, right? We've got the lentil weird dill crisps. I'm into that too. Also,
Yeah, I was eating that.
right. This is how you make cornflake cakes. Where if you didn't have chocolate, it's basically golden syrup, cocoa powder, icing sugar. Wait, there's one other thing. Oh, and an absolute shed ton of butter. They are the most sickly things you can ever make. I highly recommend them. Right, Charlie.
Hello.
Hello.
That's okay. I'm putting
You
it back
can
in
have
there.
them. They're for you. They're for you.
Hello.
Hey Shane, how you doing?
Silliest
Characters.
So this is a bit hard because I haven't done very many games compared to these.
Oh, you've only just like started.
Oh,
and
just
then
started with a
got
BAFTA nomination.
And then I
Shut
got
up,
nominated
Charlie.
for a BAFTA.
It's really awkward when that happens.
What, when you get BAFTA nominated?
It's so embarrassing.
It's awful.
Anyway,
Oh my God.
no, but the I would say in Plague Tale Requiem there is one line of Hugo's, who's my little brother in the game, which I recorded because they couldn't get him. They realised that they'd missed one line of his and they weren't going to bring it back for one session. So I did an impression of the brilliant Logan Hammond.
How'd
who
that
is
go?
12 years old. He might be 13 now, but he was 12 years old when we were recording. And yeah, it was good. I was really. They were just playing. They made a comp of because he'd said so many lines across the games. They made a comp of it, but it was very like. And then I just had to try and smooth it out and make it sound like him. So I think that was the silliest thing, was doing impersonation. Because that was the last line I ever recorded for the game as well,
Yeah.
was him.
The last memory is playing a
It's
small
just
boy.
playing a small 5-year-old. It's great. I nailed it.
Nailed it.
Well, you got a BAFTA nomination. That's what
cool.
nailed it.
Yeah.
That's what it
I love when they let you play stupid characters in the game that you've played a
Yes.
big character.
I
in.
wanted
At
to
the end
do-
you go like,
Does that, okay,
just
wait,
do
does that
some,
happen a lot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, we're learning.
it's Easter. It's very Easter eggy.
Yeah.
I would sometimes go into the booth and no one would have recorded any lines, and I would get really, really bored. So you're doing it for such a long time, and I would just play all the characters that I'm playing off again. So I would do entire scenes by myself, playing myself and the other characters in the scene.
Amazing.
Just because you're in the booth for like 6 hours, and you're like, I need to do something
That
fresh
isn't
now.
this,
That
yeah.
isn't this to play
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Ben, get out.
Anyway, bye.
Anthony, come on, you've played every character in every game ever. So what's some of the weirdest? I mean, like Elden Ring. That's
Elden
a
Ring
bit weird.
was great, but I only saw the 2D image of Marley.
Yeah.
I didn't realise he had an 8-foot tail that kind of swam.
I mean, now that
I
you
could've played
mention it, I can
I could've-
see that.
I think the
Sitting under the table now.
It is. Oh, that's what was touching my leg.
is that what it was? I think the most fun is at the end of a session when you've done your main character for the day, and the director or the developers will say, "Can you do a certain accent? Could you do Scottish or whatever?" So if you ever hear someone sounding like Mrs. Doubtfire in a game,
What in the game? That's you.
you know it might have been me.
I love this.
Because the answer is no, I can't do Scottish.
You always say yes. You
Always,
always
yes.
You always say yes.
Then you just figure it out later.
And you have the most fun. It's sometimes the
Everyone's good. Okay,
Can
you
I
guys
say
need to
something?
fiend this now. Anyone Scottish? Scottish. Scottish. Oh, hello!
the Virginia Doubtfire
Yeah,
game
yeah.
to your service.
What's
Is
this
there a
thing?
Mrs. Doubtfire game? Because you're onto something.
I mean, someone made a
There should be.
Banshees of Inisherin one the other day, which was quite
Really?
funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
Do you have to do
chased-
something to the donkey?
You have to pick up fingers on the way to the pub.
It's like a night in Soho.
Yeah. What's it? Everyone always uses that line from Mrs. Doubtfire that Sally Field does, which was like all the time, all the time, all the time, because it's completely different performances. Because she's like all the time. Was it no the whole time? Was it like the whole time? The whole time?
The whole time?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I always see that on like TikTok all the time.
And of course, he is a voiceover actor.
Yes.
In the movie, that's
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Have you ever left a job because they made a mouse smoke? No. I like the way this helps you to think. Let me just lean to
Tip
the
the reins to one side.
like
Yeah.
I'm trying to, speaking of silly things, I'm trying to get this, and I have done in at least 4 things that I'm in,
yeah.
this into every game that I'm in.
Yeah.
Which is, what? And it could be anything.
It's your Wilhelm
anywhere.
scream.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
What?
Oh, it's Shai.
It's not a great story, but I had to.
No.
Tell me what you got it into.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's got
Right. What?
Nothing.
What's your weirdest?
I mean,
Greatest.
I was in Soma. Did you ever play Soma?
No.
So it's a horror game.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's- So I am a robot who
It was a
thinks
run by fruiting.
I
Wyatt,
saw
you legend. That's such a good
It
line.
was a run by
It was
fruiting.
a- yes.
I'm Carl Senkin, and I think I'm a human being, but I'm actually a robot that you end up torturing by mistake.
Oh,
Cool. That
Enough
sounds
about
super
you.
fun.
Yeah.
It's
that's
really
a super
fun.
silly character.
Yeah.
What a silly, funny, fun story.
Yeah.
What a great day at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question.
What did it sound like?
Yeah, actually, let's say that.
What does a
I'm-
robot but who's the human getting tortured?
Well, he was, he kept on, he's like,
Mr. Tom for the win says, I remember that character.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the first time you've kind of figure out that something's wrong. And he's
Dave
like,
says the Wilhelm. What? There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you just pretty much have to scream a lot.
Oh, Anna's
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
Anna
Go on, what does
Demetriou.
he sound like?
Well, he talks like this, and he's like, no, what do I look like? I'm a
Don't
human
stab
being.
me
I'm
right.
sitting here.
Stop
trying
torturing me!
Yeah,
Ow!
and then pretty much,
I'm walking here. Stop torturing me! No!
that's actually uncanny.
That's his Luke Skywalker, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
I'm in Soma.
That's all of my characters.
Okay, I would really, really love for us, we could get a little clip of each one of our performances, and then we all have to do an impression.
Of each
And
other.
then you win. You win. If you do the best, whoever does the best one wins.
That's a great idea.
I'm
Okay.
gonna win.
Okay, that's for next stream.
Yeah.
So
Next stream we do that. Okay, I want to talk about the grunting and the non-text noises. How often do you have to do that? How boring is it? Can you do some now?
It's so fun.
Okay, come on then. All right, Charlie, let's hear your grunting.
Alright.
Go up to the mic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go up to
come
the
on.
mic.
Oh, but I've got chocolate.
Go up to the mic.
Okay, now go to the mic. Let's get some proper performances. Here we go.
Okay, so would you mind giving us? Can you let us hear you being
Sit down.
hit in the stomach 4
Oh,
times?
I'm gonna stand up.
But
Yeah.
then also,
Great.
but then followed by hitting someone else in the
Wait.
stomach 4 times.
Is this recorded?
Okay.
She needs to do a reel.
Yeah.
So full stomach hit.
I got my reel down.
Get
God.
one more time doing
So
Okay.
hit in the stomach 4 times.
Hitting the
Wait,
stomach.
no, wait, wait, wait,
Okay.
wait.
Okay. That's the first
The
time a
mic
mic has ever
positioning
had
is
to be
really important.
raised for
Yes.
me. Okay,
No
hitting the
focus.
stomach first.
When you're ready.
Okay,
4
in
times.
your own time.
Okay.
Oh God!
Whoa.
All right, who's next? Next up, give them. Right, come on, Ben.
Ben.
Right, who's going to be the director? Give me
Getting hit in the stomach. Or
David,
we're doing
hit in the
different.
stomach. Come on.
No, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something
Okay,
else.
so I need you to swing an axe into somebody's body 4 different times.
Okay.
4 different ways.
And
please.
give us some cutting space.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go. Oh, he's gonna do a wind up as well.
Right.
Wow,
All right,
yes,
Starr,
yes.
let's it.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ!
Hell yeah!
Oh my God!
Yeah, hi.
Thank you.
I wouldn't, but. Shai? Okay,
Yes.
right, give Shai a bit of direction.
All right, Shai. I need you. Right. You've now been. You're getting a bat to the leg. 4
bat?
different ways.
Like the animal.
Someone has hit you with a bat in the leg
Okay.
4 different ways.
But also, you have a tinge of arthritis.
Ooh.
I
The
know.
right.
Yes.
Not just a
It's
tinge.
about the layering of the
Yeah,
character.
and the second time you get hit, it actually feels nice for the first time in 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is too close to home, David.
God.
Okay.
Oh my days.
He is a Friday night.
Okay.
It's a fun game called Fuck with Shy.
The arthritis. And I'm sorry if that was too loud.
This is amazing. Okay, all right, let's throw it out to chat. Chat, why don't you give them some direction? All right, all right, come on.
What will
Menks,
do?
all right, chat. Menks, give him some direction of
Public.
kind of like game noises you want him to make.
Chat choice.
Chat choice. We could do this all night. Come on, guys. Let's see what they say. Okay.
And
Right.
also, feel free to involve this
In any
in
way.
whatever
you
happens.
like.
Way you'd like.
What do you
My
want him
God.
to do? Do you want him to be stabbed, punched,
Sensual.
skewered? Sensual?
They always
Oh,
go
sketch
sensual.
one, sensual. Old school
That's a
FPS
given.
jump sound. Uncomfortable trapped wind.
Uncomfortable trapped wind 4 different ways.
Okay, 4 different ways of uncomfortable trapped wind. Let's hear it. Wow.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll take that. We will take that.
Bianca Antrim says, Slyvando, my love.
Hey, Bianca.
Yes.
How you doing?
Do Slyvando for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on.
Hello, Bianca, my darling.
Now
Bianca's
do
great. She's
Slyvando.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, exactly. Wait a minute.
Got him.
Oh my god, amazing.
Okay, we've got one more.
Okay, White Enna says getting shot with an arrow. What else we
That's an
got?
answer. One.
and-
Oh, someone from McBurney getting stabbed in the stomach like he just choked on chili.
That's just hate speech.
Stepping on a spiky urchin. What else we got? Flatulent
Yes.
dragon.
Oh,
The grunts of an asthmatic ant with heavy shopping going up the stairs. That's very specific.
wait,
I am
asthmatic ant. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
it
Ant.
is.
What's that?
Asthmatic ant.
Yeah.
But it's like, they've also got a really deep voice as well.
Yeah.
Yes. And arthritis.
I've got to say.
Anna wants a trailer type. Trailer type, intense and dramatic sentence from Ben, please, at some point.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Come on then. Who's next?
Ant.
Come on.
What
And
am I
yeah.
doing? What am I doing? Sorry.
Well, you can pick one. We've got loads.
Oh, okay.
It could be either be getting shot by an arrow,
Okay.
In the head.
falling on that spiky thing, whatever that is, flatulent dragon, wobbling near a ledge. What do you fancy?
God.
Get right close.
You
as
can
well.
do several.
Get so close to the point.
Wobbling
where
near
you
an
feel
edge, maybe.
Okay.
Or the grunts of an asthmatic ant
Ant.
with heavy
Yes.
shopping up
Yeah.
the stairs.
All
like- Go
right.
really
Okay.
close
See,
to
I
the
feel like this would be
really
quite
close.
sexual for you. But okay, let's go. All right, come on, Anne. Right, ready? Silence, everyone. Let's hear it. This is accurate.
I'm not sure I nailed the brief there, but I'm.
You nailed every brief there ever was.
We need to shout out to Cindy at Side.
Cindy!
Cindy!
Cindy is the reason we're all here together.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose we should
Cindy.
say, we all met. Wait, just in a way. Okay.
Find your light,
Yes, it's here. We all met because we were doing a game for Ukraine at Side. So I was hosting a live stream, and we had lots of this wonderful talent there giving their time for free to raise money, and that's kind of how we all met.
true.
Then we started an outrageous WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 And I was just saying today, that was May last year. It's not even been a year.
Was? Yeah.
We've all been friends.
Yeah.
And
So
also,
thanks, Cindy.
Thanks, Cindy.
Thanks, Cindy.
Thanks, Cindy.
Honestly,
And joking aside, Side raised so much money for
it's
Ukraine.
like 80,
that day.
90 grand.
More,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money. So I feel karmically, that's why we all got to
Yeah.
be friends.
Also, I think it would be fun to just give a
But
little
you
shout
weren't
out.
there.
No, I wasn't.
Later
Guys, I
edition.
remember that day. It was so good. Do you remember when I wasn't there?
You were
Oh my god, what fun you all had without me. But no, I think it's really important to shout out Side because a lot of people don't know about Side in the industry and how important they are. Basically, we're all like your favorite games are made, so whether it's like Cyberpunk or Assassin's Creed or The Witcher or whatever,
Final Fantasy.
they're all made in this
At Side,
incredible
yeah.
place. Side and Cindy is the head of studio there, and she's amazing. So hello, Cindy.
Hi,
And-
Cindy.
and-
Yeah.
She's also posting a lot of screen grabs of us at the moment.
Yes.
Did you
On
do
the Twitter.
Yeah.
Did you do the trailer?
I'm having a
voice
drink.
of Side?
Someone take over.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Uh,
Ben, come on.
Ben.
Come on.
Ben's doing the trailer voice of
Oh,
Side.
yeah, Ben, do a trailer voice.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want me to say?
Of Side, Trail Side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Side.
Or Final
Or Troll
Fantasy, whichever
Yeah.
you feel like.
All right.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy.
Or
16.
Hyperx.
There's a place.
Oh, yeah. I want to go there.
Wait, we could make the music.
There's a place where video games are made. That place is Side.
There you go.
Wait, I missed
Thank
it.
you,
Do it
Cindy.
again.
No,
Again?
Yeah,
it's too late.
I missed it.
Um,
All right, do something else.
Do something else.
Can you do something? You can't really do something from Final Fantasy, can you?
I can't. No, it's I'm completely under full
NDA.
all
Oh,
NDAs.
there's a laser.
What kind
there's
of
a laser on
fantasy
his
is
forehead.
it? Is it final?
No, it's the
No, it's
16th
not.
entry. It's the 16th entry of a never-ending franchise. I don't know why I'm
Only
so
it
close.
lasts.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've just decided that I'm
hit us
here.
with hit us with some knowledge there. Take over. Read some chat.
Yeah, read some chat. So, in a world is what
You can just take over.
Tom has said. The box again. I annoyingly have a CPD on laser systems to run off to rather than have fun. See you later and have a fun stream. Jack escaped the box again. Yeah, I don't really want to do this. I feel just so profoundly unprepared. The end.
You guys are so bad when you don't have scripts. You're amazing at scripts.
Pardon?
I didn't
I thought it was Final Fantasy IX. Ben was very under NDA that day. Yes, I am. Thank you, Cindy. Very under NDA. So I've got some questions for you.
Oh!
Thanks, everyone.
Yes, they're real and they're expected.
Julia, step aside. It's Ben's time.
Do it. Take over.
What was? You don't really play video games, do you? It's not really like a thing. You
I do.
play video games.
I started during lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Taken over.
What do you feel that like when you play them, that what game kind of influence your performances when you do it? So you might be playing a game and you think, oh, that performance really kind of inspired me going forward. Like,
Oh,
do you know?
it's the food.
Doorbell.
It's the
Wrong
first drive.
answer.
Scrap that. There's food. Do you feel there are any performances that you've kind of like played or experienced recently that you're like, yeah, that really kind of is something I've
I've
learned?
actually played quite a few. I mean, The Last of Us just absolutely
Wow.
blew me away.
Yeah.
I spent a few days at Christmas just binging 1 and 2. So it made me understand kind of how far you can push things, and how pared back you can be, and how I think that the worlds of film and gaming are sort of coming together, and I really do think that The Last of Us. I mean, the way. Oh my!
There is some food.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking
Stop
now.
talking. Forget it. Get these
Yeah.
crisps out of the way.
Do you want it in here?
We can just put it in here if you want.
This is ridiculous.
So okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Right.
we're just gonna show you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't come close to it, you might die.
No, I know. I can't
No,
eat
let-
this,
we need-
but I'll show it to you.
There we go.
No, put it on the table. Okay.
Yeah. So first
Look
we're
at
just gonna show-
this.
Look at that.
Mini burgers.
Mini burgers. Mini burgers. Or sliders.
Ooh, Bianca Armstrong. Final Fantasy IX is my favourite of the series alongside Final Fantasy VII. Interesting. My favourite was 8 because it was the first one I played. Thank you very much, Richip. What was the first game you ever recorded? Other than Charlie, we know Charlie just won some BAFTAs for the first thing she ever did. What was the first thing you ever did?
I can't remember if my one was Witcher 2 or Total War Rome 2, but it was a 2.
So you were in The Witcher 2?
That's a long story.
Right. But you...
For another time. But yes, but it was one of those two.
Yeah.
I can eat chips.
Touting us.
Mine was Alias the game.
Oh my God, Alias!
Alias
I
the
was in
game.
Alias the game, and then my next game was Preston Marlowe and Battlefield Bad Company, which is being taken off stream by DICE and EA, which we're so sad
Pull
about.
one out.
They're actually taking it off any kind of digital support now. So,
Yeah.
I'll have a small
it's
burger
being
in its honor.
sunsetted. Thank you. I'm having a chip. But any lovers of Battlefield Bad Company, we salute you.
Yeah.
Salute you.
Bianca has a question for Shai Matheson. What is your most favourite outfit for Slyvando in DragonQuest 11? I also adore Slyvando, and I love your voice so much. I hope we can be friends.
Hi, Bianca.
Yes.
Bianca's lovely. She's the biggest Slyvando fan on my Twitter.
Amazing.
And so involved. I love it. I think definitely it has to be the parade, right? It has to be the parade.
Yeah.
But there's a few that I've seen that people do in certain stages. There's one bit where it's like a full chest out and some feathers.
Yeah.
The feathers.
Probably a whip. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so many. But it's probably the parade.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I was saying how... Thank you, Bianca. And thank you to Sketch DK, who's off for the night. So please enjoy yourself. Yeah, I heard they take off Battlefield Bad Company 1943, and Mirror's Edge is taken off as well.
No, supposedly Mirror's Edge was a mistake.
Okay.
So they're going to keep Mirror's Edge on the store. Yeah.
Yeah. There we
It's
go.
only Bad Company 42 and yeah, the other one.
Yeah. And I want to hear it from you. What was the first game you ever recorded? Do you remember? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually motion capture. It was Castlevania Lords of Shadows.
Oh,
Castlevania.
Only Castlevania.
Yeah. Castlevania. Castlevania 2, Lords of Shadows.
Jesus.
And I did the mocap for Dracula, which Robert Carlyle voiced.
Yeah.
And then I voiced Victor, I think, Victor Belmont.
Yeah.
But that was maybe 12, 13 years ago.
Wow.
A while ago.
That was the 3D one, the really cool remake thing.
Anthony,
wasn't
we're
it,
so
right?
old.
Did that have Patrick Stewart in it? Am I being crazy? Did that have the voice of Patrick Stewart in it as well?
Yes, I think it did.
Yeah.
Unless that was the original. Unless
Yeah.
that was one. And we.
Oh, yes, and there was
But I
two.
certainly know that Bobby Carlyle did both because he was the vampire.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun.
Yes, we can.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Paradise for McBurney. How do you like it so far doing voice for video games? Do you plan on doing more video games in the future after Final Fantasy 16?
Oh.
Doing mocap too, maybe?
I really want to do mocap. So
Show us some of your movement now. How do you move now?
T-pose for us.
Motion.
you know, I'm in silk trousers. But
Wet
silk
ones.
wet
Damn.
silk trousers. No, I really want to do mocap at some point. I got to do a bit of facial capture. I very much enjoyed. I would love to do more video games. The thing is, I have been slightly spoiled because I've got 2 Plague Tales and a Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And the parts were all really cool and intricate and multi-layered, and not that, but you know, those parts don't come across all the time. So
Yeah.
I'd love to play something really, really different. And
Yeah.
I think, I mean, Amicia was quite different. I felt. I mean, I connected with her in a lot of ways, but also she could like run, and I don't do that. So you know, it's sort of it's nice though. You can play someone with an 8-foot-long tail.
Yeah.
It's really, really fun, and I think particularly as a young woman in acting, I like being able to be afforded opportunities to play something that I would never normally get to play.
Yeah. We just got Cinny said, Charlotte, we're taking notes. Give us your wish list. So
Yes.
she'll get you anything. She's the one in the know.
When you get BAFTA nominated, you can do
Literally,
it.
like, I am so available.
Charlotte's new contract says I have to be in every game she's in, Zinni.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah, and all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us.
Sorry, it's a package deal now.
How
Yeah.
would you not want? I mean, you don't even need a writer for the game. You just get us in a room and
Oh,
just.
Because we'll just
It's
improv. We're
anything like
so
this.
good at
Couple of drinks
improvisation.
in,
Charlie,
couple of mini burgers, and we're off. And it's
the
great.
one of the there is someone watching Anna Dimitriou tonight who recently you played through the entirety of A Plague Tale with.
Oh, yeah.
How was that experience playing
This is
yourself?
the first game I've ever played ever. And
What was your first game? Well, it was one that I was in,
Yeah.
and I got nominated for BAFTA for. Which is how Charlie sounds when she's not. On or like peanuts.
that was wild. I was very, very happy to have Anna by my side, holding my hand, passing me tissues. I cried a lot in the game because I was supposed to.
Yeah.
I cried a lot in the booth when I wasn't supposed to, and I cried a lot playing the game. It's a happy, happy game.
And you, I believe you can watch that on YouTube right now. They've got all the
You
things
can
up.
go and watch Anna's YouTube, Anna's Twitch. I mean, Anna brought me into and we played like the first chunk of Stray, and we played. So Anna's been teaching me actually how to use a controller, and it was really, really fun. I mean, we were on narrative mode,
Yeah.
so it was a bit easier. But I actually did get into it. I didn't think I was going to, and I do think it adds a whole other level to my next voice acting job,
Yeah.
which Cinny is currently booking me in.
Hello, Cinny. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Still there, Cinny?
I feel like I quite like moving around. And I've got a question for you. You are one of the most iconic characters in one of the biggest games of the year, Elden Ring. You are Margit, correct? Margit, the fellow omen?
Morgoth.
And then Morgoth. Such an important character because it's probably the first kind of skill test for the gamer.
Yeah.
You obviously went in, you recorded your lines, and then you left.
Yeah.
When did you know that you were a part of probably one of the most important games coming out this year?
Yeah, did it did it feel like when you were recording it? Because like, you know, it's a game, but like, did you have any sense when you were doing it of like just how big it was going to be?
No, I didn't. I think because we always sign NDAs. We're always given.
But don't you get like, you must get like a weird inkling when you're reading stuff whether like, oh my god, the scripting is terrible. Do you have any idea how big your game is going to be?
No.
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 Really? Like no idea at all? Because like in a film you could probably guess a little bit.
I was able to guess for Final Fantasy.
Wow, because it's Final Fantasy.
But I wasn't. There were rounds which they had changed all of the identifiable words to completely different things. So they knew because there are so many kind of iconic words, they completely changed them. But I think for something, what was the code name for Elden Ring when you were doing it? Do you remember?
Gosh. Wow.
Well, because it's out now, it's
we
fine.
like
But all video games have code names, so we can never.
Like film.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know that we're allowed
Don't
to
say it.
I can't remember actually.
Steve Lyra.
Elden
It
Ring,
was
surely.
Code name Anthony.
Are you not allowed to say what the code name was?
What?
Oh.
That's amazing. There you
I didn't say
go.
anything, Cinny. honestly.
Amazing.
Different company.
I don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
No,
fun-
but yeah. Anyway.
yeah, just
No, it's part of
Please
our
hire me again.
ideas is that we actually never divulged the code name for the game
that's good to know.
Until they do.
That's good to know.
until it's in the public domain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But why is that?
interesting.
Because there might be DLC, there might be like, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
None of us know the reasons.
Yeah.
We don't question the masters.
Yes.
But has
So-
anyone ever said you don't do that?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Really?
If your life was going to be a video game, what would the code name be? Go.
Oh.
McBurney.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Are you really good?
Yeah.
100%.
100% hurdy-gurdy.
Code name Hurdy Gurdy.
Yep.
Into that.
Mine
Names of chaos.
would be Burger Boy. Because I feel like my life is just a progression of really fun burgers that I eat. I kind of just go like, that was a nice burger, and then I kind
So
of.
this is how you tempo your life.
Oh yeah.
Not
Oh,
getting
do I?
engaged.
Strap yourselves in, chat. We're in for a.
There you go.
I've actually already had a burger this evening, so I don't need one. Because I had a 10-pole burger. So yeah, but Burger Boy would be my code name.
That's very, very good.
Julia.
Oh no, I said mine's Blades of Chaos.
Oh, right.
Chaos.
No.
Yeah,
That's
that's...
very accurate.
I was thinking that, I was like, yeah.
So I'd get that audition through and I'd be like, Jules.
This is about
This is about Jules.
Clearly about you. There's lots of questions here, actually.
Yes, let's go questions.
Yeah.
Playwridice, it's really dark, has got, if it was up to you, Charlie, Charlotte, would you prefer for Hugo or Amicia to die?
Whoa.
Yeah, really good question.
Spoilers.
We're already there. Okay.
Wow.
Dark.
Chat's been drinking.
Hello. If I were to choose,
I mean, you keep yourself so you're employed, right? Oh, alright.
No, I would not choose to throw the 5-year-old under the bus, literal or figurative. I think
I
no,
didn't
I
play
would
the
choose.
bus scene.
You didn't play the bus scene. There's actually a DLC of no, there's not. No,
It's like Frogger, but like more medieval.
With
a medieval bus on fire, made of rats. It just comes along.
You just got emaciated.
Also voiced
That's such a really good impression.
It's a
Thank
really
you.
good impression.
Thank you.
I got asked recently how many times have I said Hugo.
Yeah.
I walked into a charity shop and saw a jumper that said Hugo on it, and I was like, oh my god, how much is it? Because I wanted to buy it for Logan. Yeah, it was Hugo Boss. I did not buy that. I did not buy that. But he has that thought. No, I would choose the Amicia because, I mean, this sounds really like, I don't know, this sounds really, but words. But it's what she would have wanted. I know she's a fictional character, but
No, but she would have.
she would have. She'd
Definitely
like in
died.
a second she would put herself down over him. So I feel.
We spent your whole time in the game trying to stop him.
I know.
dying, so
Yeah.
if you didn't win at the end, like, actually, you know what,
For any
Hugo?
people who haven't played Plague Tale, hello.
Yeah.
The game is available now.
The game is available.
Did you know it's BAFTA nominated?
Use code.
Oh yeah.
Charlie broke the end for me.
Yeah.
She spoiled it. So
I
now
feel like
get
feel like Julie needs to take back control of this.
I feel like
take back control.
none of us
Right.
are qualified for this.
Go and get everyone drinks, Ben.
I get everyone drinks. Thank you everyone
I'll
for putting up
help
with me
you.
in the chair. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Well done, Ben. Amazing.
this seat is very warm now.
I have a warm bum.
He does
I'm
have a
damp
very
one, so you know.
warm bum. How are you doing in chat, guys? Pewter says that he'd like to come to London and maybe meet you, Charlie, David, Ben, and others. Hello. Everyone's left. It's fine. While they've left, here we go. Let me just remind you they're doing an amazing deal at the moment for HyperX. So if you actually go and use the code on HyperX, wait, let me get it right. On HyperX, you can actually get 40% off during the stream, but only during the stream, right? So that's very important during the stream. It's 40% off on everything but monitors, which is, you guys know, like when I was in my flat and I had terrible sirens all the time, the benefit of this makes all the difference in the world. If you have to live stream, it's genius. So if you haven't got one of these mics, I defo recommend it. Just go and do that. Also, you have the chance of staying in this beautiful suite. Guests not included, but breakfast is.
I will come. I will.
David will stay with you,
I
should
will
you
go
want
out.
him to. David!
No, seriously. The suite is that nice.
Oh my God! This has taken a turn. Okay. Well, basically what you have to go and do is on Instagram follow W London.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker, everybody.
Uh-huh.
W London. And HyperX UK on Instagram. Am I supposed to do this? You're making me laugh too much. Yeah, HyperX UK on Instagram. Basically tag the person who'd like to stay with and just basically make sure that you and the person you tagged are following both accounts, and then they're going to pick a winner from that. And honestly, you can come here, stay, have breakfast. Apparently David will be here the whole time. So
nice in there.
I live here now.
Have they seen what it looks like back
can
there?
decide
It's
whether
so
that's
nice.
you can actually, if you Google W London Gaming Suite, you can actually see all of the other bits of the rooms. I want to do a quick taste test with you guys, right? So you know I love salted caramel.
Yeah.
So I wanted a whole stream of just salted caramel, which was a mistake because there's quite a lot of salt.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did you put salt on top of them as well?
No, but there were just so many different types of salted caramel that by the end I was like, I'm so sick. So Dairy Milk have brought out salted caramel buttons. Now, if you know normal caramel buttons, exquisite. These could be a Twix disaster. If you had Twix salted caramel, get it in the bin, get it in the sea. How have you managed to ruin salted caramel? How can you ruin... it literally...
Yeah.
What?
I mean, Twix! I mean, I really feel like I need to write an email. But I thought we could try them.
Okay.
I feel like we might be mixing the sweet and the savoury at this wrong moment in time.
The first time. Okay, we're going.
Thank you.
Okay, let's have a little taste test.
Oh wow, they're nice. They smell nice. They smell like chocolate.
What do they smell like?
Hey.
Oh, no, of course you are. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry.
Okay. So I don't want to...
Uh-oh. What about it?
We've had a good break.
You're not having it, right?
What you do?
One
Okay.
more thing.
So these are salted caramel puddles.
I don't know if I'm getting that much salt.
They sort of taste the same. Now try
I
one of
see.
these. These are
These
just the normal
normal.
ones. To compare and contrast.
Remember to swirl it in your mouth.
No, you've got to get it on the palate.
I don't think they're that different.
No, I don't think they're that different. I'm not getting that much salt.
Are we sponsored by them in any way?
No.
Yeah, no, they're different.
Well, you know what?
No difference. No difference.
Want to sponsor us?
Munchie's Gold Elite, says Ross Robert. Okay, what else? Do you have any other questions for these guys? If you do, pop them in the chat and I'll find them. Would you like them to do some more performances?
No.
No.
Shai will do some, but I think the
Yeah.
rest
I'll do anything
Will you?
for attention.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my days. All right. Let's give Shai like a scene. What's he doing?
Yeah.
Let's do some improv.
Wait,
Let's
what
give
is
him a
it?
scene. Yeah.
Are we gonna?
Okay.
Yeah,
Get in the right. Give him a scene.
Do you do improv, Shai?
Well,
No, I
we're
really
gonna
don't.
find out.
What's happening? Okay. Oh,
Right.
is someone? Oh,
Sure.
Right,
Now,
okay, what-
first rule of
what
streaming:
game-
let
what-
them see you, Shai. So
that?
you've got the
Read
microphone in front of your face.
As whatever.
Oh no, we need to give him something. We can't
Shy.
say whatever.
Yes.
Shai, just move slightly so that the camera can see you.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, so chat. Do you want to give him? You can do it if you
Yeah.
want to.
I will read the back of the Cadbury's in what voice?
Oh.
Hey, Alan. Alan's on the chat. Alan's in Triangle Strategy, with which I am also in.
Yeah.
We were both in that.
Willkommen.
Hi, Alan.
Willkommen.
Alan Lee.
Bienvenue.
Has anyone ever done voice acting for children's games? Kids games?
Plague Tale is a kids game.
Playtale is a kids game. I mean, it has kids
Made
in
by
it.
kids
in
for
it.
kids.
Made by kids for kids.
It really is.
This game was made entirely by 4-year-olds. Please enjoy this BAFTA award-nominated game. Kids can do anything when they put their mind.
Crunch was hell.
Yeah.
Were any rats harmed in
Just
the
blazing
making?
through nap time. Let's get it done.
It was a massacre.
Right. Did actual rats play the rats in motion capture?
They made tiny little mocap suits.
Cindy's asked you to read the back of
Cindy
the
says a drunk duck.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an audition.
Excellent.
It's kind of maybe.
Is Donald Duck copywritten?
Yeah, but you any duck, a brand only.
It's okay, I don't think Walt Disney is
Cinenator
watching
still wants
the
Mrs. Doubtfire.
stream.
Cinenator wants Mrs. Doubtfire at some point, so just keep that in the back.
There we go.
That's the next one. All right.
Wow.
Asthmatic Gandalf. Why do
Oh, much better, much better. Sorry to whoever suggested the duck. I'm gonna go for asthmatic Gandalf.
Why is this in range?
And also, apologies to anyone who is asthmatic. I'm not making
Okay, no, it's fine. Just do it.
By eating Cadbury. I can't read. I need glasses. You help support. Oh no, this is serious.
Just read anything else.
Sorry. Yes, anything else?
Anything else.
Milk chocolates with a soft salted caramel. Is it good? Is it really good though? You shall, oh fool of a Cadbury, milk chocolate with a soft salted. Siri, are you taking notes? Siri? Siri? Hey, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Are you taking notes?
Hey, Siri.
All right, I think I've embarrassed myself. Lindsay, thank you.
All right, chat.
Anthony, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, see you later, Dave. See you later, Dave.
So do
I
I.
want him to see Sing do the Mario. That's Bianca.
Of course, I remember what that is. It's probably in a game I'm in, but I choose not to do that now.
Because you're under NDA.
Yes, Mario.
It's definitely that.
What is the Mario? Bianca, what is the Mario? Hey, it's a...
What is it, a Mario?
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire?
Mrs. Doubtfire, but with lines from Elden Ring.
Yes.
Oh, come on, let's do that.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yes.
Come on in. Yeah, let's make something.
Hold on. I'm just gonna get the camera out.
Do you have the
Oh, okay. Right.
Any
Do you
lines?
remember any lines? Right.
Have you got any
Excuse me.
lines?
I can't make it that much taller.
Have you? Is this? Who's this?
Jules is. Who's this?
Get close. Get close.
Oh, foul, tarnished dear, in search of the Elden Ring. I don't know what the rest of it. Oh. Here we are, dear, fighting again. Oh, look at my tail. Isn't that huge? I'm Margaret the Fell. Yes, I am.
Oh my god. Very good.
We'll play that game. 10 out of 10 we'll play that game. Oh my god. Right, let's do some more game blends. Alright, how about Luke Skywalker in
Menkin.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Or maybe switch that.
Oh, fuck.
Dag in
Yes.
Star Wars. Go.
Dag in Star Wars?
Yeah,
Yes.
that seems less
Yes.
litigious.
Yeah.
Seems less litigious. Right.
Yes.
Let's hear.
I don't want to blow the mic.
No.
The force is strong in my family. My father has it. My sister has it. I have it. I am a Jedi, like my father before me. Oh my god. I will never be hired again.
Who?
Let's do a blend up.
I just did it.
Yeah, do another one.
Wait, who hasn't? No, Charlotte's not done it.
Yes, but I've not been in many games.
No, you've been such good.
Okay, let's do
amazing
Amicia in
BAFTA-nominated
something.
games.
Got chat.
Yeah.
Right, you want Amicia to
Yeah.
go?
Shall I do French?
Uncharted.
Shall I do French Amicia in Love Island?
Yes!
Oh!
Literally had it ready.
Hold on.
Can I just say?
Wait.
Obviously, actually not because she's like 15. So let's wait.
It's fine, don't
Put
just
it
say-
in.
She's grown up. She's grown up
She's
now.
grown up.
Great.
Okay, so my type, I suppose, would be someone who, I really like someone who can, really know their place because, of course, I am in charge. And I think I would really like someone who makes me laugh. And I don't even think this is how she sounds. So it's been a while, I would like to take you for a chat. Can we go outside? Let's have a little chat. I'm not very happy with the way you've been interacting with these other women. I don't like it. They are rodents. They are nothing to me.
She's nominated for a BAFTA and now a César.
Right, Ben, where are you on?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know, but let's
Pick
find
a
out.
favorite character.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't play Gandalf
I
in
mean,
the game, did
Should I do? Should I do?
Chat.
Oh wait, maybe Chat can offer.
Chat, come on. Mr. Bean is Darth Vader. Okay, go. Here we go.
Very
Well-known
good.
Wait.
This is why you don't ask Joe. David's like, quick, let's get this.
Let's just.
Get this.
This is
will
what
never
that's the
happen
damage.
again.
Follow David on social media.
For all the BTS.
Look, I'm your farmer. The boss is strong with this one, I think. Oh, hello, Teddy. I think that's how Mr. Bean sounds, isn't it?
Ask for the face.
Yeah, but the face comes with the voice, unfortunately. I don't know how to.
Oh, the dark side. Oh, no.
There you go.
This is incredible. This is incredible.
I think that's it, maybe. I don't know.
How many games franchises will be inspired just from watching this stream?
Mr. Bean as Darth Vader, why not? suddenly someone just put the helmet on him. He didn't know it was sort of a bit of a farce, and then no one. It just has the voice.
I should have done the voice. I shouldn't have. Never mind. I'm just thinking of all the things.
Oh, would you like to come to my dinner party?
Yeah, that'd be better.
Just go up to the
Yeah,
mic.
sorry,
Yeah,
I've gotta
go.
Okay, wait. It's gonna be done. Here we go.
I just come up with some new ideas. Okay.
Oh no, hello. Yeah, so, Luke, I'm your father. He's fine. I just wanted to let you know, and that's great. Okay. Bye.
Hey!
Amazing.
Oh my god, that was took the note.
Yeah, no, we just
Copywritten just in case.
yeah.
Just in case anyone
That
thinks.
was all right. What did
Right.
what's everyone
I mean, the chat is clearly good at this game.
Yeah.
I want to do.
Got to film for herself.
Shane Brinton says, my best friend at school used to babysit for Mr. Bean.
Wait
I think like the actor.
Yeah.
Rowan Atkinson, obviously.
So
How
Rowan
old?
Atkinson when he was at home.
Babysit
He
Rowan
can't be
Atkinson.
left alone.
Yes.
Rowan needs to be looked after.
Constant supervision.
Obviously, his children.
What else we got?
Any requests? Let's just think of some fun things that we can do. Could you do
Pee Wee Herman as any favourite character?
What's the difference
That's
between
Pee-
Mr. Bean and Pee
Pee
Wee
Wee
Herman? It's
Herman,
basically the
actually.
same thing.
It's basically the same.
It's the same character?
Can anybody do Kermit
Yeah.
as?
Oh, no, maybe
Yeah.
not.
Well,
It's gonna end up being Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that's fine. Both.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A blend.
Kermit, but Mickey Mouse has possessed Kermit's body, so it keeps popping out. There you go, you're free range.
And go. Okay, this is gonna be good. It's almost Chewbacca now in my head.
Oh, I love HyperX. It's my favorite. What was that?
Chewbacca, what are you doing here? I'm out.
Oh my god.
Okay, we've got Spoon of Doom says for Anthony Howell, this damn tarnish keeps coming back to fight, and now Margaret has to explain to his family he'll be back home late because he can't just leave work.
Oh, right.
Yeah, let's have that. All right.
That's specific.
Very specific.
That's
about
more
this bit.
specific than most auditions I get.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
which
So
one
basically,
are we?
you having to explain to your wife why you're late home from work because I guess
Okay.
a battle went on a bit too long.
Yes. Okay.
So it's like what's the Austin Powers thing where like you've got like
Yeah.
henchmen.
Yeah,
having to
yeah,
go
they
to
call
his
the
wife.
henchman's wife.
No,
Yeah.
everything's
Get
so
close.
clever.
Get close, Sam. This is
Okay,
this
yeah.
is,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is,
This is it.
Darling, these damn tarnish keep returning. I have to vanquish them before dinner.
I'm buying that.
Please put the dinner in the oven.
checking notes.
He's thorough.
Working with teleprompter.
And kiss the girls goodnight from me.
Very good.
I have a question.
sounded
Can we get the
shanties.
lads
Yes.
so that we can't see them,
Yeah.
and one of them to do a voice off screen and people to guess which one it is.
Okay.
I feel I can't be part of this
We
game.
can play heads up if you want.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Do we need to
Okay. All right then. All you guys stand up.
Sorry, I'm just making you do tricks now.
Wait, I think if you guys all stand up.
Yeah, back to
stand
back.
very
Wait, what's
still like
happening?
that.
So you're
Pass
one
this
of
to
you is
camera.
going to do
And then
a voice.
chat's gonna guess who does the voice.
Okay.
Oh, should we?
We should.
Should we
I think that's
face
fine.
away from the
Yeah,
camera?
yeah, away from the
Face
camera.
this
Oh.
way,
Okay.
and then one of you just. This is so entertaining for me.
wait. Come over a bit more. Come over a bit more.
Okay.
Wait, let me see if I can make the. If we can zoom out. Hold on. Let me see if I can get fully.
There you go. Move over that way, and then we can get all the bumps.
Boys.
All of the bottoms in. Thank you.
You're very
Okay.
sexualized.
Wait. I wanna zoom out. I'm gonna zoom out. Wait. hold
This
on.
is very
A
wrong.
weird full Monty, but kind of.
Here we go. Oh, well, that wasn't that much of a difference. Okay. Anyway, just a bit more. Okay. All right. Okay. So Charlie, you're going to. Well, actually, no. Just
Sorry,
go.
can we
on
just
the
give a
right.
massive shout out to Square Window who says, feel like I just walked up to the urinals.
It's just.
It's observational comedy. It's not.
Very
It's not
good.
wrong. It's true.
Okay, all right. So turn around and then
Okay.
we're gonna see if chat. Now, bearing in mind. Okay, so Ben, Shai, David,
Yeah.
Anthony. Okay, ready? Someone go. Let's see if you guys can
someone
guess.
has to do just say say a line, say something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Say
okay.
talk about hyperx. I don't know. Someone has
Groovy, baby.
Ooh,
Who's that?
ooh.
to. Who was it?
Does anybody care?
No one really does. Is anybody Terrible. listening?
Is anybody out there?
Is there anybody out there? I cried.
Sydney says, "Why am I hearing the full Monty music?" It does look a lot like that.
Should we just shake our bums?
Yeah.
It's that kind of.
All right, this game.
Oh no, HyperX didn't pay for this.
For video games.
That's right.
This is pornography.
Wait, okay, I've got a suggestion.
Okay.
Oh,
Can someone suggest a voice for this?
for that.
Ooh, okay, and a character and a voice.
Yeah, someone
Okay.
do a voice for this. Ben,
Ben.
what would this sound like if you got this as a brief?
Yeah.
And he's the villain of the piece.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
For you. We are.
There you go.
Sandra, who's been playing with my spikes? They seem blunt today, and I feel a little sad. I want someone to poke. I feel oh so lonely here in this ocean. Sandra, where have you gone? Damned girl again. She's left. Anyway, I suppose I'll get back to my sitting here alone at the bottom of the ocean. Off I go. Sad as ever. Goodbye.
10 out of 10 would be
This is a good game.
Right.
Any
everyone-
other suggestions?
Go on.
Julia, what voice would you give
I don't
Mr.
do
Spike
this.
here? Do it.
I don't have
Do it.
voices.
Do
I
it.
don't know.
Do
I
it.
don't know how to
That's
do
why
it.
it's funny.
Oh.
Colonel Clever says Kevin the urchin.
Kevin
The
Young.
urchin.
Alan Rickman.
Yes.
There's some kind of tyranny in my body. I can't beat that. I can't beat that.
Somebody's just
No.
written HyperX. This was a mistake.
Or was it?
Surely there's some giveaway.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know.
Very
Yeah,
good.
let's
We get a hotel room with David in it.
Yep.
This was a mistake.
And that's a
We
great
may
voice
have
for
made an
Kevin the
error.
urchin.
Yes.
Can't believe it.
I feel like, I know we're supposed to play games, but like, this has just been hilarious.
Yeah, it's been
What's
really fun.
this?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Alright, is
But
that a
you
no?
said that with an element of distaste.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
No, because I want to eat them myself.
Do you?
Yeah, so I'm sort of trying to call them.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Chat, do you have any more questions for the guide?
Yeah.
Mm. Shane says it needs boggly eyes and moustache.
Oh yeah, everything everywhere all at once style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're only in this room.
HyperX. Do you provide googly eyes?
Googly
Googly
eyes.
eyes.
Company.
This is very much a post-death moment from Elden Ring, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 I don't know. You could give it eyes,
Oh.
Yeah.
To camera.
Guys.
Or just the caps.
Yeah, let's do it to camera. Hold on.
I quite like
I don't know what's happening, but
I give it accentuate the eyes.
but do the voice at
And
the
they
same
can
time
look.
to resell it.
Yes.
Yeah. So is it? They work? Is that work?
Yeah.
Does this work?
Disturbing.
Do the voice at the same time though.
I think they move independently of each other.
Sandra? It's me, Kevin. I write to you again from the depths of the ocean. I hope this message finds you well. As you know, I'm by myself again, as I have been for many years. I notice you haven't been writing back. Please write back to me. I sometimes just have to sing to myself to occupy. Anyway, I'll be sitting here, singing. Oh, don't wanna be. Oh. Anyway, thank you, Sandra.
I got you on Facebook, but I had no other choice.
Okay, Godspeed Prime says, Charlotte, are you interested in playing a villain in your next game?
Ooh, that would be good.
What kind of villain? Do you have a villain idea?
Do I have a villain idea?
Do you want to do a villain idea?
Do I want to pitch a villain idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Cindy, you listening? Okay, thanks. So, I've been thinking about this for some time.
Hello.
Hello.
I would like to play
I'd love to play a complex villain at some point who does have reasons, but I'd love to play someone who's just a dick.
Yeah.
Like really just pure.
Super out of character. Main for the main.
That sounded incredibly sarcastic.
Yeah,
Was that
it
just
is.
me?
It
Actually, meant to be really sincere. My voice just sounds like that.
I would love to play a villain, who I would love to play a pull the lever, Kronk kind of Yzma.
Oh yes.
Do you know what I
Let's do
mean?
some of that.
Fabulous outfits.
Yeah.
Let's.
Well, I don't do an Yzma impression.
I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home?
Yeah. But like stupid, but really intent on her purpose. You know.
Yeah.
No.
go on, do
So
that.
like Pinky in the Brain sort of style. Reference maybe you won't get.
No, she's 21.
Sorry.
So I was born in 2000.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What are we gonna do tonight? Same thing we do every night. Trying to take it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go on, do some
something.
evil things that she would do. Come on.
Okay, so what? Can you guys think of a name for her?
Deirdre.
It's
You
Sandra.
could be Elvira.
Oh yeah, maybe
Maybe it is that. Yeah.
Sandriana.
Sandriana.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna say this once, and I want you to listen close. I don't like it when you don't put away my books properly. I keep my study in order, and I like it that way. I like things just so, everything in a little line, little tiny lines, everything alphabeticized. She can't pronounce everything correctly. That's not me.
Also, the Kermit challenge was for me.
That was so good!
That's great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love that this became a showcase for us to get.
Yes, it's
used
an
to go.
audition.
Yeah.
Anyone who's got an idea for a video game who needs some character ideas?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, really good.
How are we doing? Are we fed? Ish.
Yeah.
Yes.
My stomach hurts.
Not from the food. Not from the food. From laughing.
Anxiety.
I'm laughing while trying to digest.
Cloud Erisepharos says plaguey in the brain.
Plaguey in the brain.
Yeah, that is Pinky in the Brain was the
Ah,
cartoon
right.
we're talking about. Plaguey in
Aha.
the Brain. Yep.
Plaguey in the brain.
Plaguey in the Brain. Same thing.
Oh, there's a question for Shai.
What? Why?
How?
Me?
What was it? What was it like? What does it say here? How much fun was it going into the gritty noir world of Chicken Police?
Oh my god.
And also shout outs to the bartender horse.
Ah,
Wait, what?
that's someone who knows their Chicken Police. Yeah, one of those things, the Easter eggs, where I played this character in Chicken Police called Marty,
Yeah.
Chicken, who is a chicken but also a cop. He's very good at his job. It's actually a really good game. I don't know if you've heard of Craig Mazin, who did The Last of Us.
Yeah.
He loves the game and recommends it.
Am I Craig Mason?
No, but I don't know. I felt like
Yes,
touching
you are.
Not
someone.
today.
And we have Neil Druckmann just in
That's
the other
right.
end.
Yeah, he's in
Anyway,
the bath right now.
and so I played also a horse bartender as a little Easter egg.
I can see that for you.
Thank you very much.
What did the horse bartender sound like?
It was kind of like not bothered, like, oh, here you go, have another drink.
It's kind of BoJack.
It.
Whoa! Whoa!
I just want the record to say that I've never watched BoJack.
No, you don't sound like
No?
BoJack itself.
Oh.
Like that character, kind of like I don't really care.
Oh,
It sounds
right.
out of BoJack. I'm not saying that you sound like
No,
BoJack.
listen,
Oh
you
my god,
can
this is where the
say it.
evening turns. We all fight each other.
She's saying you're very derivative.
If
It's
any,
BoJack. It's not an original.
Yeah.
if anyone from the BoJack or Netflix legal team is watching, I have not known about this. What was the actual original question? I loved playing it, and the guys at what? Who? What's the question?
Sidney says she deserves a BAFTA or something.
Oh, for your.
Yeah.
And they said that there were tinges of Margaret Thatcher.
I can see that.
When playing a villain, one
I mean-
always must have tinges of
Like
Margaret.
a sprinkling of Thatcher. That's every villain ever, surely.
Yeah.
Oh, poor people.
No!
Also, I should mention there is actually another Easter egg competition on the website. If you go to the Hypex website and find something that looks a little bit different, and see if chat you can go and find it. Basically, you're going to win a Pulsefire Haste, which is one of the amazing mice But yeah, try and find the image on the website that looks a little bit out of place or looks a little bit different to their usual kind of stuff, and then DM at HyperXUK on their Instagram with the image, and you could win a mouse. Boom, done.
Yeah, nice.
I'm done. That's my performance.
It's beautiful.
I believe it's pronounced Mises. You say mice. Mises. Famously Mises.
Well,
I know things.
are we excited for the BAFTAs?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you?
Do you know what you're gonna wear?
Do you know what you're going to wear?
So I have a fitting on Friday.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, fitting.
Charlotte, who are you wearing?
I don't, well, I can't say it because I don't know if it's all gonna fit because I am very small.
She
Things
is
don't
weak.
fit my legs. I have to hem all of my trousers.
If anyone can help Charlotte, the number 2.
I need a seamstress!
I need quickly.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
Why?
It's
You'll
just
be
gonna
so
be a
drunk,
fun
you
night.
won't care.
I'll be so. Well, my mother is watching this, and she's going to be my date for the evening.
Hey, Charlotte's mother!
What's her name? Alison.
Alison!
My sister's
And
watching as well. She will not be
What
my
a
date.
great
And
mother.
what are you doing this Saturday?
What am I doing this Saturday?
What are you doing this Saturday?
This Saturday, like most Saturdays, I will be at BAFTA in Piccadilly.
Yeah.
And I am going to be talking in a panel with the phenomenal Manon Gage from Immortality and this up-and-coming actor called Christopher Judge.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
He's incredible.
Good luck to him.
I'm actually quite stressed to be on a stage with him. I feel like I'll just sort of shake off the stage.
No, you'll be fine.
Casually,
But,
both BAFTA nominated.
And did you meet him when you were both nominated for the Game Awards?
No.
No?
No, I sort of went up to him and then bowed. I was like, he was getting crowded by people, and he kind of looked at me and went, and then I was just like, and I'm going this way.
Do they have like a nominees party for the Game Awards?
Okay, no.
So like BAFTA will have like a nominees party like the night before. So if you're nominated, it kind of throws everyone in the same room, which
Yeah.
is sort of nice. You get to meet each other before.
Yeah,
the
so you get time. Well, I chatted a lot to Manon Gage, and
She's awful.
she's
I found her to be
She's-
repulsive.
she's really cool. And so I'm very excited that she's coming to London. And I can't. But yes, we'll be talking on a panel about voice acting in games. Hopefully, it will be
Very similar to
it's very similar.
Yeah.
There will be
Same.
slight
Without
Really
workers.
highbrow.
Yes.
and yeah, I'm very, very excited. So yeah, that's happening on Saturday. Was the long answer.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
And you guys are coming.
Yeah.
David's not because David
I'm not.
hates me.
I'm shooting something, so I can't.
Well, how dare you have a job?
I know.
Shooting is
Right.
filming.
But I will be at the
is-
nominees
He's
thing.
shooting clay pigeons.
Yes. Yeah, but I'll be there. I'll be there as support for you on the nominees night thing.
You'll be on the nominees now.
Yes, I'll.
Holding
I
the
managed to
upright.
wangle a ticket. So.
Yay!
I'm so glad because this is the Game Awards were really, really cool. They were very, very overwhelming because none of my family could come. You guys weren't there, and
All we
obviously
did was send you pictures of you
Yes.
on screen
Yeah.
on the WhatsApp
I was
group.
just messaging them going, I'm really stressed. The music is very loud, and I don't know why I'm here.
Damn it!
Hi. And yeah, no. So this is. I feel like this is really, really exciting because we can all hang out and nothing happened. And you're gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there. Well, I'm hosting the live stream. I hope so.
You should be there.
I think I'm there.
We hope. All going to plan.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited for you to go. Andy,
Yes.
why haven't you got a ticket? Why aren't you coming?
That's.
No, I mean like these guys. I mean everyone has to buy a ticket, right?
What, on Saturday?
Oh no, BAFTAs.
Other tickets left?
Just
Oh, I think so. You have to get them like quite early, like for the main BAFTAs. Everyone buys a ticket. Coffee, tea time.
Nice cup of coffee.
It's nice.
Hot.
Speaking of Games Awards, you're going to be hosting a very big one in 3 weeks, I believe.
Well, not just that.
Well,
This
the
is
actual
NGA.
BAFTAs.
Yeah. You'll be hosting
the gaming awards.
Gay.
Yes.
I do the BAFTA Game Awards and the Gaming Awards. Yeah.
That's right.
You are prolific.
The hard Y. And someone in this room is going to be presenting an award in the Gaming Awards.
I don't know if that's official yet, but maybe.
Yeah,
But you have to say it. You have to say it like gaming, because otherwise everyone thinks it's the Gaming
Yes.
Awards. But it's the Gaming Awards.
Gay.
So this year, yeah, as in gay, it's coming gay. So gay. It's going to be in New York this year. So we're all going to New York.
We're going to New York, but
April 17th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
really fun.
18th?
It's the 17th or 18th. But I
17th
can't
or
remember the
18th.
time
One of
difference
them.
when it is.
Speak to Julie's agent.
Yeah.
Speak to
It's
Julius.
going to be really fun though. We're just going to go and have some fun in NYC.
Yes.
That's right.
Very cool.
Yes.
If you're in NYC, we are around.
Shout my name and I will come.
Like Spider-Man.
All you have to do is blow the
For
horn.
heaven's sake, what the hell?
All you have to do is blow the horn. I'm sorry, it's not
I
my
have proximity chat on my Tinder profile, so please send me a...
Mike.
Sorry, that was gaming weird specific reference. Where's my tea?
Pardon?
Where's my tea?
This is your tea. Here.
Ouch.
I don't know if I can have this one.
Outrageous.
I can only have the kombucha one.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
You can only have the other tea that's different
The
tea.
other tea. The
The
green
other tea that's
tea.
tea.
Green tea that
Intolerant.
isn't tea.
Gluten-free tea.
Yes.
Look, I found these in the shop near my house. I don't know what they are, but I'm going to make everyone eat one.
Burger? More burgers?
Wait,
No, it's like Nutella.
Oh my god.
But meat.
Nutella but me. Anthony's coming with a brand new
I
strategy.
can't believe it's not
I
Nutella.
can't believe it.
That's
Not
like
chocolate meat.
That's like spam.
It's no meat. It's
No,
just
it's
chocolate.
chocolate.
Okay.
It's like Nutella.
Thank you.
No, it's not Nutella, but it's like.
Beef.
What's the difference between these burgers, do we think?
Oh,
So-
one's cheese, one's mushroom,
That's like
one's
halloumi.
beef.
The beef ones are.
Would you
Yeah.
like
Red
a little?
one's
Oh,
just a
yeah,
mushroom.
great.
Chocolate
I've got
burger.
it. Oh, chocolate baby.
Chocolate burger?
Um,
I don't know if they're good.
Oh, why are there multiple colours?
I don't know. Because it's a little burger, but it's a chocolate burger.
Okay.
And engage with them. Engage.
Yeah, do it. Good enough.
No, I don't want to.
Talk to me.
Why?
Because what will I say?
These actors, they're no good unless someone gives them lines.
That's not true. I'm fantastic.
Say something now. Make it brilliant.
Do you know when you go to a shop
Oh my god.
and you go and they have the little, and this is tuning, guys. This is absolute gold. And they go in and they've got the little circle sticker on them that says like, if you go out of the shop, the alarm will go off. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I go to the self-service checkout, and I put it through because I want to purchase the product, and then it doesn't go off.
Yeah, because it must register that that's.
I'm sorry.
Are you
Didn't
saying
I
it's
just
a
say
scam?
something interesting? What is this?
There's a platform here, and I want to use it. I've got questions.
Oh my days.
What's a cause that's dear to your heart, Ben? You have 30
I would like everyone to donate to
Why are
this
the
charity.
numbers
Ben
dropping?
is annoyed at the supermarket.
No, I had no idea what I was going to say, and I kind of improvised, and I thought, well, I'll go with that. And
Guys,
it
is anyone else interested in any consumer stories from Ben? On the chat there.
Okay, here's a story.
Wait, oh god.
And I actually apologise to people who are maybe of a more nervous disposition. Is this allowed? Is this allowed
Yeah, you
for
can
the
use it.
stream? So I was having a lovely time on
We'll
the.
just sit in the chair. We'll just
I was
hang
having a
out.
lovely time on the
Sit in the
town.
chair, Ben.
And I, in London often, as you do, after a lovely evening, you go back on the tube.
Shut up, he's telling a story.
It's not, I mean, I'm interested to see what you think of this story, because it haunts my dreams.
So am
Genuinely, like I think about it regularly, and I go, what? So you're welcome, all people who are watching. HyperX, thank you for the platform. I was on the tube home, and it was me, and there was probably another woman opposite me, and it was an empty tube. And then a gentleman got on, and just sat in the corner, and he was clearly intoxicated.
If you're going to do this story, you hold that product in your hand.
And he was clearly
Hold it.
intoxicated. And he was, doing that thing where he was barely getting home. This man is not going to remember how he gets home. So he's
Put the
just
headphones on
asleep.
him.
Keep talking.
Thank you. But he was asleep. and kind of like wobbling. And then I saw that moment where he was going to go, where he was going to explode. And I can't do it with that. And he was going to explode. And what he did was he was quite sick. And he vomited, but he was intoxicated. So what he did was he was sick into his hands.
Why are you telling people? Stop! No, you can't tell sick stories.
He was sick into his hands, and then.
It's gone off the rails, guys.
No, I said this haunts my dreams. And he was sick into his hands, and then he could see that he didn't want anyone to see, even though we'd all see.
Please don't eat it.
Then he kind of like held it. He held it in his hands, and he held it.
Step away from the ledge.
Please no.
Ben, step away from the ledge.
Wheel him out. Wheel him out.
He held it in his hands. He looked at it,
Don't jump off the ledge, Ben.
and then he.
No! Don't you say it! Don't you say it! Don't you say it!
He held it like this.
Ben, I
He-
swear to God.
He held it like this.
No! Not with the headphones. You put them down.
I put them down. He held it like this,
Oh, Ben!
and he then.
No! No, he didn't. Nothing happened.
And
he
that's
got off the
the
train
end of the
and
story.
everything was great. What, you absolute psychopath! What are you doing?
Julia, take over, goddammit.
I was like joking was gonna do this.
You've got someone emetophobic on the chat.
Who is now?
What just happened?
Am I actually in trouble?
I'm actually
Sydney's like, no, Ben, no.
no more work for Side.
Listen.
No.
It's just a story.
It's human nature.
I mean, just. I thought you were joking anyway. So,
What was my dream?
See no
No,
pepper rice.
please.
Yes, Ben.
Yes,
Yes,
please,
turn to the dark
stop.
side.
And now this is the second half of the show where it's a bit darker. We've
it's
moved
like, what the
into a
hell's
different-
going on?
It's a different area now.
It is a different area. Do you
Yeah.
want to go back to doing Mr. Bean and Mrs. Doubtfire? We can go back.
Shane has a story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Read it.
Oh.
No, I'm not reading. And Shane, I'm not reading that out. This is as bad as Ben's story.
And now they start. They all come in.
I hope this isn't recorded.
Godspeed, Plime's like, please. Nobody likes a cliffhanger. Guess what he was going to say. Think of the most disgusting thing that they could do. And that's what they were going to do. Ben, stop.
Why would he do that? It's just wasted.
Oh,
We're Anton Deck around.
I feel like this is a smooth transition into Stray because cats do that sometimes.
cats do all the time.
And I'm
We
not
should.
going to talk about my sister's dog at all because that's even
Alright. Yes.
No.
And
No.
you are.
Please.
Nope.
No. Share this.
I swear to goodness, these people were all normal about 3 hours ago.
Wow. You say that.
So
How's the
scary.
viewer count?
It's up to 3.
Oh my god. Let's just take a quiet moment now,
take a moment?
kids. And
Yeah.
just
Any more stories?
as long as they don't include.
That's the one.
This is what happens when Ben gets Haribo.
This is what happens.
Yeah.
This is your dark side.
I'm just pretending there's no one there and I'm just talking into the. No one's there.
Into the abyss.
When there are literally
What other, what,
tens
people,
of
people must have like haunted stories that you obviously not as bad as
We
that,
all
you know.
have them, Ben. We don't share them.
On stream.
On a stream with people you don't know.
It's a private thing. Private time.
Yeah.
Quiet.
quiet time now.
You tell
When
it,
it
Margaret.
isn't being put out to the whole of the internet,
Yeah.
then perhaps.
No, we won't want to be associated with.
No.
Alright, okay.
Alright,
Yes.
Let's bring back games.
Okay.
back to games.
Back to
First
games.
game you
So
ever
that's a
played.
really good
Okay.
point actually. When were we gaming?
What got you hooked on gaming?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And face the camera,
My brothers always played games growing up. They never used to let me play, ever. So I used to play at my friends' houses. So yeah, I kind of got a bit obsessed with it at different points. But yeah, it wasn't until I bought myself a PlayStation 2 that it really kind of went down an avenue of. No,
Did you get a PlayStation 2? Were you like an early adopter of the PS2?
Yeah, I was living in Asia at the time.
Asia.
So sorry PlayStation, but this is how it was. You could only buy them chipped.
yeah.
Because obviously, if you lived in Asia, like generally speaking, you might earn like $50 a month. You're not going to spend $50 on a game. Like, it's just stupid. So they would pirate a lot of stuff. So basically, every time you buy like a console, they would just come chipped. But you go to like these, markets or whatever, and you get like every game for like £1. I had every game.
Yeah.
I had a folder of every single like.
And were they
game.
so it was like they were on little discs that you get?
But they were just on like on a normal disc, but they're just copied. Because basically all the chip does is it circumnavigates like the security settings. So you can just
We
play
don't condone this, by the way.
No.
in any
This
way,
was a
shape, or
different
form.
time.
How
Games
you
are very
take
reasonable
material
now.
offline.
Yeah.
illegally
But you can't pirate now on consoles. It's not something you can do unless you've got like
Unless you, Julia, tell them the code.
Well, it's 113-452-719, and then you can do whatever you like.
Yeah.
So it's different. Obviously, they've done it now, and then with stuff like Game Pass. Anyway, you're just
Best deal in gaming, Julia.
best deal in gaming. It is really good.
Yeah, it's good.
It is really good.
Game Pass.
Game Pass. Do you have Game Pass?
Nope, but it sounds good.
Do you know what Game Pass
Lending
is?
his voice.
It's a pass for games, which is for games.
Just say
So it's like a subscription service. So you pay so much per month.
Kind of
but
like
then-
Netflix for games.
Yeah, but so you but you don't
Or other survivors.
That's
what
basically
people
it.
say. You out of nowhere have literally just said what people call it.
It's Netflix for games.
Oh,
But so you
Hey.
don't stream, but you will download them. But basically, you'll have a whole catalogue of games that you can basically access. Is the
Brilliant.
point. And then Xbox put a lot of money into like getting a lot of things first, like day one when they come out. So it's not like you'd have like a catalogue of games that would be like older stuff. It's all kind of the newer stuff. It's really,
Great.
so they've worked really hard on doing that. It's great. Pentiment. Did you play Pentiment?
I did not play Pentiment, no.
Pentiment. Weird.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. Really weird. There's a lot of really weird, but I like weird.
I think that's probably the good thing about Game Pass, isn't it? Which is it allows platforms for games like Pentiment, like Hi-Fi Rush, for instance. They shadow dropped that thing. Everyone was playing it because it's not
But also,
free.
if
It's
it's
available.
but
on
if
Game
it's
Pass.
free, you're just like, I'm going to see. And actually, they realise that they've actually proved that like sales go up because you have so many people playing it and talking about it that other people will then buy it.
Yeah.
It's really interesting business model. But yeah, loads of really weird. But I'm the sort of person when I do like a BAFTA jury, I will always argue the weirdest game. I remember when God of War was doing like Game of the Year.
Yeah.
But I was very much arguing also for like Return of the Obra Dinn.
Yeah.
Because I love that game. It was so weird, but like brilliant and odd and just different. That's why I love Sam Barlow. Sam Barlow's great. He's always like trying to do something really weird and unique with games. Don't get me wrong, I love AAA games. I think it's great. I think it's a lot easier. It's not that easy, but it's easier to make a game when you've got like lots of things.
Yeah.
And even then, you still don't get it right. But like, I love people who are doing really odd stuff. So like, The Curse of the Golden Idol. Have you seen this one?
No.
So it's one of the ones that's up for this year. So Return of the Obra Dinn was like this weird thing where you had like a compass where you basically see back through time. There was like a really old. Imagine you're playing on like an old Mac or like an Amiga.
Yeah.
Right. That's what it looks like. And you're on this ship. All these people have died, and you've got to figure out how they died. And you basically go to where they died, and you replay time, and you figure it out anyway. Curse of the Golden Idol is like this weird thing where it's like, imagine if Vermeer could only draw in like Microsoft Paint. But like they're all like everyone looks a bit like grotesque and like weird.
Everyone's on ChatGPT right now. Stick
Yeah.
that in there.
and you have to basically work out how people have died. So it's basically this idol that curses people through the ages. So it's basically like almost like a painting that's happened, and you look at it, but you can see inside people's like possessions and pockets, and like, oh, well, this guy had this note talking about this other woman, and you have to basically work out who did what by working out who everyone is.
Yeah.
What they were doing, and then who exactly is to blame. It's really weird. You get like this. I've never seen a game like it with the way.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's very cerebral. I love it. But yeah, stuff like that. It's just so odd. Like, what are you doing? It's so bizarre.
A year ago, or like earlier this last year, I played a game that was actually released, the Ian Falcon Inscription.
Brilliant. I don't like card games.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
That's brilliant.
Because it's very simple to learn, but also that you move away from the deck. So you're kind of going around the room being like, oh, well, what's that thing here? Oh, and then it like unlocks something else.
Yeah.
And then you go back and you play another card game. But you're basically in this sort of perpetual
Well, it's
purgatory kind of hell thing where it just goes round and round.
Constantly, yeah. It's a meta game that then kind of reveals itself. So you think you're playing a card game, and then once you've finished the card game, the game reveals itself to be something else,
and then it reveals itself to be something else again.
Oh, cool.
And
Wow.
it plays
Really
into the
cool.
idea of literally you are playing a video game.
Yeah.
It's
Also
really
in chat,
cool.
tell us what your favourite games from this year are, because then we can talk
Yeah.
about them.
Especially indie ones, because I want to
Yeah.
actually start playing some indie games.
So look at games beyond entertainment, like brand new IPs, like best game, like best British game and stuff like that. There's been a really good mix of. There's been some amazing games this year, really good big ones, but also really good small ones too. But I'm just. Yeah, I will always argue because you think like Return of the Obra Dinn, like I get God of War was amazing, and I was no way I'm not saying that, but I also just really wanted to argue solidly for Return, just because it was so different, such a risk, and okay, it's Endgame. It does get a little bit complicated, just the graphics make it a little bit hard sometimes to understand what's happening, but like, geez, you took like a swing, like a massive swing on something so bafflingly different. Like there's nothing that looks like it, nothing that plays like it, nothing that is anything like it. And like, yes, God of War ticks all the right boxes, but like, I don't know. I'm always. Can
I ask you guys, have you felt a difference in when you've approached something where you know that there's an established franchise versus when you're jumping into something where you don't have a fan base set up, so you have no idea necessarily who, because obviously Final Fantasy 16, there is such, you know that there is already a set audience who are waiting for it. It's very, very different when you work on a fresh, new, completely different concept game where you're.
I guess it's like you guys just say like you have no idea what it is that you're doing. Obviously, going to Final Fantasy, you know that it's Final Fantasy, and regardless of like whatever you do, there's always going to be, even if you did the worst version of your job, people are still gonna watch it.
Which
is
what I did.
Beloved. That's what he
did.
did,
The worst
everybody.
possible version that I could do. But it's fine because it's a multi-million.
You're called Clive.
franchise.
No one's expecting much from Clive.
I will say this though about the game. I was very nervous because there is discussion online about it. Like it's a different take on this franchise. Like the combat directors from Devil May Cry and Dragon's Dogma and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So there's this real kind of like twitchy action feel. And traditionally, back in the PS1 era, Final Fantasies are turn-based. Yep. And there is a discussion now amongst fans about what the identity of Final Fantasy is, and
it's difficult because especially you've got that like long history. It's like people still want the same experience, but kind of updated. But then like, I mean, the first one I played was Final Fantasy Legend, which was on the Game Boy. Yeah. That's a long time ago. I still have that.
And also the best one.
It's really good. Yeah. I really got.
It is interesting, but I think that you're right. From my point of view, there is still a lot of pressure going into this whole process. But I think games like we're talking about, Obra Dinn or Golden Idol, or I played the game called Rollerdrome this year.
Honestly, what's it talking about? The learning curve on that was suddenly, it was like really, really easy, and you're like, hey, this is great, and then suddenly you're like, I got 78 things I need to remember. What's happening? I mean, it's great.
It's a big swing. It's a big swing game, and I love that. So like, if you're doing, imagine if you're.
It's like a shooting, roller skating game.
It's Tony Hawk's with guns, basically.
Basically, but it's a lot. Like, because you kind of like learning, okay, well if I skate and I do this and I do tricks and I do this and then, oh, by the way, now you gotta like shoot some people and like do this other thing, and you're like, oh, what? But it's a bit that. But like, it's easier to learn than Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk was quite.
Don't you think that there's like games where the ones that are on your radar of like what could be like indie darlings? It's a game that I saw maybe about 6 months ago. I can't remember. It might have been at Summer Games Fest or something, which is called The Plucky Squire. Now, I would say to anyone in the stream, just go and look at the trailer for The Plucky Squire. It's probably the most magical trailer I've seen in such a long time. And I imagine them making it, if you were to voice anything, you have no idea what this thing is. But it starts off in 2D, like a character in this 2D book, and then he jumps out of the pages and the entire world becomes 3D. And it's got like kind of like that Mario feeling of like jumping from 2D to 3D. And
it might not be very good, but it's the most phenomenal looking trailer that sells like the scope and the excitement of this game.
Okay,
It's an indie game, and it's coming out, I don't know, hopefully the end of this year or something, but it's just I think it's one to look out for.
All right.
Ben, you're gesticulating a lot and people can't see it. Why
No,
don't
they
you
can't.
sit here?
Also, I need to
Literally no
remind
one
you
can
guys,
see.
where's my mouse gone? My mouse is vanished. Where's it gone? Oh, it's over here. Okay, so you guys know that like during the stream you can get 40% off of HyperX by using the code Julia-Loot. What are you doing? You're moving the sofa.
Don't you worry about it.
So we
You
can get Ben on camera.
Okay. Wait, what's that? That's
Apologies.
the wrong
W Hotel.
No, that's the wrong thing. Where is it? I put it here earlier.
Only 20 minutes to go, and finally.
Ah, here we go. Wait. This, okay.
Not anymore, Ben.
So if you go to hyperx.gg/Julia, is it Julia -Loot? Julia Loot. Right, go now, because you've only got like 20 minutes left of the stream, and it's 40% off. I just wanted to remind you before the end, because honestly, 40% is quite obscene. So go now, make a note. hyperx.gg. Okay.
Can I pick your nose from there? No, I can't.
You can't. I'm boxed in. You can't do it. Can't do it. Make sure you go do that. Literally, we've only got 20 minutes left, and then it'll be back to 30%. So if you want 40%, come on. All right, sorry, I wanted to do that because it was near the end.
I was made to play the Stanley Parable without knowing anything about it.
Yeah.
As in, they said, don't you dare look at a review. Don't look at a trailer.
It's the same time as
don't
the film,
look,
right?
Don't.
Just
Yeah.
blind.
And I was like, what the hell is this? And then I turned the wrong way, and everything. My brain exploded.
Yeah.
Clever, right?
Fully exploded.
Yeah.
So, do you want to explain what it is to these guys?
It's pretty much a guy who sort of wakes up at his computer terminal in an office, and the office is completely empty. But there's a narrator speaking and talks about how Stanley came to his
It's like
senses.
the Will Ferrell movie. You know when he starts hearing the voice in his head. Strangers on Fiction.
Yeah.
He's talking about,
And it sort of tells him that he got up and he walked and he took the first left.
Yeah.
And you do it, of course, because you're like, well, the narrator's telling me to do it.
No, I do the opposite.
Oh, okay. And then immediately, yeah. But then and then things happen, and then you're like, what if I don't follow the narrator? And the narrator just like pretty much goes, well, Stanley made a mistake. Decided to turn around and go the other direction, and then things just go, and it's just and it just goes
So
fully Malkovich. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
I think what's so extraordinary about the media of games that is, I don't know, it feels that when, with games versus film, I don't know, I feel like it's the difference between sympathy and empathy, because if I sympathise with you, I'm listening to your problems and I feel sorry for you. If I empathise, maybe I've had something similar happen to me. When you're playing games, you empathise, and so with games, we can get people to empathise with situations that they haven't necessarily experienced, whether that's a post-apocalyptic zombie.
Look at Last of Us 2.
Yeah, whether that's
right,
that.
who's wrong?
Who's right, who's wrong?
spoil it.
And that's within a post-apocalyptic zombie world. And so we can get people to really examine moral concepts from the inside rather than the outside, which is totally extraordinary. And I think there is some serious opportunity that people are already doing of being able to try and understand ways of living that we don't necessarily exist, whether if you're neurotypical and you can experience the world through a neurodivergent lens, or I don't know, I think there are some really exciting ways that we can get people to exist.
I'm reading this book at the moment that's talking about, it's called Stolen Focus. It's basically about how social media is ruining us all, blah blah whatever. But one of the things that's interesting is they were talking about, there was a study done that was to do with empathy, and it looked at people who basically read fiction. And there's been multiple studies that prove that if you read fiction, you are much more empathetic to everyone in the world, because you're literally reading these characters, you're going through it. If you read non-fiction, you literally has like no difference, like no change. But I feel like games are the same, because it's so. It's not like TV's great, and you can sort of be like, oh, that's really sad, or like that sad thing happened, or whatever. But it's there.
You can walk
it's
away.
like it's there. I'm the
didn't do
character
it.
in the game. My brain is deciphering when I read. My brain is part of this story, because it's interpreting like what's being said in a way. Because it's not like literal, like watching it sort of thing. So
It's why it's important to have representation in games as well, because people can identify with these things that they feel more connected to.
Yeah.
But what's crazy for me is that I find myself, I feel myself developing while I'm playing the game. So for example, it's going to sound so weird, but let's say that I'm fighting a boss. So I'm very new to gaming as it is now, but I'm fighting a boss and I can't win.
Yeah.
I just can't win, and I want to rage quit, and I leave it. I switch the console off and I go to bed, and then at about like 7 p.m. the next day, my brain just goes, "You figured it out."
Yeah.
And then suddenly, I go back and I'm able to play it, and I'm able to win. And it's as if it just took my brain a little bit of time to figure out the puzzle, and it's just this amazing. And I'm just going, did I do that or did the game do that to me? And you just can't get that.
There is.
Well, there's a really, obviously, the most in vogue thing right now in pop culture is The Last of Us.
Yep.
And the most recent.
What's that?
It's a little known show. No one's
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Recently had its finale. And I'm not going to say what happens in the finale just in case anyone has not watched it yet.
But it's a spangly montage of Pedro Pascal.
Exactly, Pedro Pascal just like dancing through the post-apocalyptic fields with Bella Ramsey. But there is this moment at the end where Joel does some stuff. Now, what's so interesting is I really enjoy the TV show, and I'm so glad that people get to enjoy that story. If you ever played that game in 2013 or beyond, or since then, or you got the opportunity to play the remaster version recently, the fact that you are playing as Joel and what he does to those people is a really jarring moment, because
level by level by level by level, you make your way. You're like, this is ridiculous. TV show, they knew that it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because they turned they turned the audio down.
Yeah.
They turned the music up. You didn't hear any gunshots. You didn't see any blood.
Yeah.
Didn't see anything. They knew that it was like we
It's
weren't at that
interesting
point.
though. I heard a podcast with the creators, with Craig and Neil, and they said, I call them Craig and Neil. You know, you may know their full names. And they said when they tested it with audiences, or did it, I think the game, not the show, 100% of people who had kids sympathized and identified with what Joel did. 100%
like,
full numbers. Whereas the other people didn't necessarily. But everyone with kids was like, I would 100%
I
do
would
that.
literally obliterate.
No spoilers.
Okay, just really quickly, also before we get to the chat, I just posted a link in the chat. No one has found the hidden Easter egg on the website yet to win a free mouse. It's in the microphone section. If you can find it, do it now. It's a free mouse. Go. I'll put the link in the chat.
Should we go some questions before we go?
Oh yeah, we got like 10 minutes. You guys only got like further questions before we sign off.
This is your moment.
This is your moment.
Did he not eat the vomit?
Did he what?
Did he eat the vomit? Did he eat the vomit?
Yeah, I think you're right though about the parent thing.
Yeah.
Because like literally Eva was like, yeah, I don't understand what your problem is. I was like,
no, of course. If you had a kid, you do anything.
But do you not? I think. Sorry, if we're discussing this television show.
Yeah, if you haven't watched The Last of Us,
I'm not going to say anything that happens in it, but I would say what the difference between playing and watching. Playing, you feel like the hero. For the entire game, you feel like the hero of that video game until those very last moments when it makes you do what you have to do in that scenario. In the TV show, I think they were kind of aware of that, and they really emphasised the whole. Joel might be the bad guy here. Joel might actually not be a good guy, because all we see is his empathy, right? We see his loss, and then we see all.
But also, they don't have any of the quiet moments. Like part of what like builds the whole bond is that Last of Us has these very intense moments, these very quiet moments where we're kind of walking around, and there's all this like lovely exposition just as they're like rifling through death's doors, and that time, the time that you spend with her. Whereas the TV show was like, we are like 9 episodes or whatever, like we're just gonna, and it was like very. Like it's the same thing with the Witcher Blood Origin. Like I feel like they cut it down. You need to have those quiet moments of nothing, of just rubbishy chit chat, where you really get to know a character, where it isn't something that's moving the plot forward or is being put in because they're like, oh, she goes through this horrible thing. Oh, baby girl. That's literally the only thing he said the whole episode. Like
This is a
you can't just say one thing, and then suddenly you're like, oh,
I do
we're
think
like
that
that because we played the game.
I
not
do
because
think though
it's a
that the
TV show.
strength of their performances and obviously the whole crew and creators of
Yeah,
that show
but it needs
was
like
that I
4
still bought
episodes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still bought it just because their performances were so nuanced and
Sid,
so
yes,
complex.
it's something that looks a bit weird on the website. If you can find it, take a picture of it.
There is something to be said for. I had a chat about this in a gaming talk a few weeks ago, where with games you usually have to go through something quite intense.
Yeah.
And then afterwards you need time to
you gotta like calm down.
to
It's
collect
like,
yourself.
Yeah.
And that's why you may notice that the pace in a lot of game cutscenes are actually quite low. Because it's giving you time to collect yourself, to
You don't
bring your pulse
realise
back
your
down.
heart
Your
is
heart's
racing,
going.
like suddenly your shoulders have been like this.
Yeah.
For like,
And you've been doing this in my case.
Oh my god. My left thumb
Yes.
after playing God of War, it has no thumbprint
Thank you.
on it.
Same.
No
Same.
thumbprint.
I pulled the plastic thing off my PS5 controller because I was too over the
Like,
top.
this one has. This one I could be anyone.
But they talk about how many hours of cutscenes there are in these games, and because you don't have to worry about a 2-hour running time. We have time, and that's the amazing thing about games.
Yeah.
There's a really great video. I can't remember who did it, but the title of it is "The Importance of Quiet Time," and it's brilliant. And it does exactly that, of like the moments where there is no action, there's no kind of active input. It is literally the character just walking. It's that idea of what a walking simulator ultimately became. And it's really amazing. There's a really famous, iconic moment in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater where Snake just climbs a ladder for 3 minutes while music plays.
Yeah.
And it's after this massive battle, and then all you have is you're just pressing up, and Snake just climbs a ladder.
It's
for
also
3
loading
minutes.
screens though, hey? It's like the same thing with like Resident Evil, the first one, where you like, the doors open and you go
Scariest thing.
down the stairs, and we still have it now, but you're like God of War, you're like lifting a rock or going through a small crevasse.
Yeah.
But you think about it, that's brilliant. That's the loading time.
Yeah.
That's the loading. That's why you don't have loading screens.
Yeah,
You
that's what
sit
they're there
with
for.
You sit with these characters. I mean, that's why I think it's so, like, I genuinely, at the risk of sounding very, very sappy, it is a real honour to play a lot of these characters because in film and
All right, look, you've got the BAFTA nomination. All right, rein it in. It's not Miss World.
We wouldn't get to give the amount of time that we get to. If we did a film, that's what a lot of the movies this year were like 3 hours long, but
But it's different because the people who are playing your characters are, you literally, it's what I said to Doug the first time he ever went to his first games event, you're literally whispering in people's ear.
Doug Cockle.
Doug Cockle from The Witcher.
Yeah, it's
but
very
it's
intimate,
really
basically.
intimate. You are literally in someone's ear for a really long period of time. It's a very different thing
And it's
than
just
just
your
watching
voice.
on a screen.
And it's just the voice, and people can.
Because you're talking to them. A lot of the time the audio
Yeah.
can be directed specifically, or like it's just so intimate that it's.
And if it's a game, just you and this voice.
Yeah, totally.
Going on a narrative journey.
We have got a question,
Oh.
which is for Nat says for Shai. If you didn't voice Slyvando, who else might you have wanted to voice from Dragon Quest 11?
Oh my god!
The pressure, because we only have we only have 6 minutes left. So if you have questions,
Rab,
now's the time.
I would say Rab, definitely.
Yeah?
No, Dave. I would love to voice Dave. If anyone played the game, Dave was voiced by our performance director, John.
Yeah.
And that was a nice little Easter egg. Oh. And if you don't know who Dave in Dragon Quest is, then Google it because it's great. But yeah, thank you. I did also voice a character in Dragon Quest who the Headless Horseman. That was my Easter egg. So look for that. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Enjoy your gaming.
Is there anything else anyone wants to soapbox about, before the end?
Soapbox.
Was there another
I do want to say, I think
as long as it's not a story about people being sick,
there's no
you're free.
story, it's relevant to what you're saying. I'm always intrigued by the difference between So let's say you've got a Fallout character, so you've got a character in Fallout, which is your own creation. Or, DragonQuest. But actually, DragonQuest is pretty silent anyway. But this idea of the character who you can basically imprint yourself onto, right? That you are you create yourself. Your Shepherd, your whatever in Mass Effect. That's the character that you create. Whereas you come at something like The Witcher, or you come at something like Horizon, where the character is fully formed. And you are playing as the character, but you're kind of affecting their journey. You do have choices, but the choice is ultimately your character's going to do what they're going to do. And I'm always interested to see that kind of like push and pull between what that is in role playing, where it's like I get to create my Commander Shepherd. My Commander Shepherd is going to have relationships with these people, and I get to do that in that way. And you do get to do that to some extent, but also like I feel like Geralt is Geralt, like Geralt gonna Geralt. In the way that he's going to do it, you know, and I think there are other protagonists, right? So Amicia, there's little to no player choice, right, in the game. So
Apart from that bus cutscene.
The bus.
Yeah. But I'm always back about that.
Quick question from chat, which is, what is the first game you ever played?
Ooh.
And that's from Godspeed Prime.
God, mine
First game.
is so old.
I think it's actually Frogger.
Frogger?
Yeah, I think it's Frogger.
Frogger. It sounds better when you say it. Frogger.
My neighbors had a Commodore 64, and they would let me watch them play, but my dad had a PC Zenith, and with
Is that
Frogger.
486 or pre-Pentium?
This is pre-Pentium.
Pre-Pentium?
This was on a big old floppy disk.
Pentium only meant 586. They just made it sound flashy.
And he had Frogger on it.
Nerd from the other room. Screw you guys.
When you put the floppy disk in, you actually have to flip a thing down so that it wouldn't come back out. And I was able to play Frogger on that. And yeah.
Speaking of games, and this is how far it's gone, I played Alley. Was it Alley Cat? It was a game where literally a cat would go, like in the alley, then go into a house, and then find mice inside a big cheese, and then go out. I am very old. Also, Test Drive. Did anyone play Test Drive?
Did anyone play Test Drive?
Test Drive.
Test Drive. That was the sound design.
Yes.
That's
all you did.
All
you did was that. Yeah.
Very 80s.
We're old. We're old.
I think I can beat both of you.
Oh my god.
Wow, it's coming in.
MS-DOS.
For my birthday,
It was a text adventure in MS-DOS.
For my birthday, my mum and dad bought me an old black and white TV, like a CRT, old kind of. It was like this big.
I mean, it had to be. It was black and white. Okay, yeah.
This was last year. This was. I mean,
I watched the coronation.
Yeah. In the 1940s, things were, they were simple. But seriously, it's almost. And the first game I had was this little black box with 2 dials on it. You plugged it into the back of the TV.
No.
It was tennis.
It was.
Oh,
Coleco.
wow.
Yeah.
It was the
ColecoVision.
And you probably, but it was this tiny little black thing, and you twist the dials, and the thingy went up like that.
Yeah, like Pong, the original Pong.
Yeah. And that
I
was the
used to
first
play
game I played.
hours of Golden Axe.
Golden Axe was great though.
Yeah,
it was
so
classic.
And
Who doesn't like
Persia.
hitting small guys with sacks?
But the
to
music,
get
it's the
treats?
music and the screams for me.
Yeah.
Everything was so dramatic. Yeah.
It was the deaths you revelled in.
I did, yes. And
It's the
still
same thing with the
do.
original Tomb Raider. Half of men only played it just because you made like a weird, sexy sound when she died. Like, ah!
You say that like that's finished now. That doesn't happen
That was a time in games where people only played it because of sex.
Yes.
I just remember I was
different.
living above a tattoo shop, right? And
Obviously.
there was this New Zealand other tattoo artist who lived there, and him and his mate had been over and they just got Tomb Raider, and literally all they were doing was killing her. Because all I could hear from the other room was like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "Oh yeah, we're just making her die." We're like, it's the first time I thought like, men are really stupid. What are they doing?
Say that.
The first of many.
Can I say that like I think there's almost, it might have been like a communal experience of Tomb Raider locking the butler.
Yeah, that's everybody. That's everybody.
Everyone did that.
Everybody
right?
did that.
Like
Yeah.
I remember talking about it. I feel like most people, if they ever played Tomb Raider, it was like they didn't play Tomb Raider.
Sagnoy says, "I really love Test Drive."
Yes. What do you think of this impersonation?
And then there's
Dr. Day says, "My
the
first console
Sims
was a
taking
Beaver
the
Ooh,
the
yeah.
ladder away from the pool and taking the toilet away. Someone to the bathroom.
Mine was making. Oh my god. What did I do? There was the making people on a barbecue and then building a hedgerow around them and then they burned.
And they caught fire.
Yeah.
The lemmings.
So did you know, with Sims as well, like obviously they are, staunch kind of like within the LGBTQ community, but you know it was a glitch in the original game? The same-sex thing, yeah. It's a glitch. Wow. But they lent into it and then it became like a whole massive wonderfulness.
Wow.
Yeah.
We played Leisure Suit Larry because
my goodness!
Because we heard.
It's so messed up!
It's so
messed up! You're like, ha 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 ha! And now you're like,
yeah.
Who made this? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, it was
seriously
messed up.
how to drug women.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
exactly.
Okay, let's leave that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played
really messed up.
Ants on the Amiga 500.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently you're supposed to take that every day, right?
No, ants. It was like a nuclear, some kind of nuclear accident, and then the ants near a town in Arizona got mutated, and they'd come, and you'd have to like put in 6 discs between scenes and stuff. It was amazing.
That was
you have no idea how good you have it.
Yeah.
Colonel Pepper's like, oh my god, let's do Larry. Yeah.
I used to play a game. If anyone is over 50 on the chat, do you know the game called Joust, where you'd be like an ostrich, like fighting on an
You're not
ostrich?
that old. You're not Joust old.
I played it.
He is not Joust old. That is old.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody had Tamagotchi as their first Godspeed
nice.
Prime.
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Fine. Anyway.
Mine was Kirby's Pinball.
Oh my goodness, we've gone way over time. Whoops.
Yeah.
We were too busy just chatting.
Oopsie.
Oh, got a Speedball 2. Colonel Pepper, yes, coming in with the Speedball 2. Love it.
Thank you, Bianca.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay, last minute. Don't forget, you've got. You need to find out where the Easter egg is on the website. I posted the link in chat. Don't forget, you can also win a night here. You just have to go to HyperX and W London. Follow them both on Instagram. Tag someone you want to come here with. They will find you. If you're going to win, these are really great. You should get them. Look at this. Make it sexier. Come on, David. That's better. Come on, sell it. Sell the product. Sell the product. More.
Whoa. Leisure Suit Larry moment there. Whoa.
Yeah, but the good bits.
Yeah, true.
Big thank you to Ben, John McBurney, Anthony Howell, Shai Matheson, Menkin, W Hotel, and HyperX. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.